just want to point out that this is not just about the Life Fest. I mean, it turns out from links that people have sent that most Scottish people, or not most, but a lot of Scottish people didn't even know about this bylaw. Because if it is unsafe to be in the loch with undercurrents and things like that, we want to be made aware. We don't mind being made aware.
There's no signage anywhere. There's no information to tell you you shouldn't, you know, you should be extra precautious. You know, the water was completely calm and still. You know, we didn't see anything wrong with it at all.
So we appreciate it if you guys let us know about things like that. But that's not the first incident on this trip, because we've had to come and sit. We've had to leave our children where we're staying.
Obviously Isabel's looking after them.
Yeah, and we've had to come and sit in a freaking bush.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you right now about a few of the things that have been going on behind the scenes with me and my family over the past couple of months, and more importantly, the reason for my silence throughout the whole of the last 2 months with regard to this specific topic. This is the one and only time I am ever going to address this. After this video, I am not going to be addressing this again. A lot of people out there have wrongly jumped to so many conclusions about me. Wrongly and ignorantly named and labelled me so many things. Twisted so much and made so many presumptions about so many things that are just completely wrong and disgusting. So let me start from the top. The only reason that I have stayed quiet and not addressed this until now was because of the advice given to me by our legal team. We have some of the best lawyers in the country that support me, that support us as a family, that support our business. And their advice from the very start of this was that we were to put out an initial statement on my Twitter, which I did, and then I was to say absolutely nothing. I wasn't to address this on my channel or otherwise. I wasn't to rise to any hate on any level, no matter how bad it was. And believe me, that alone has been one of the hardest things I have ever had to do. The safety of my family, and more importantly, our children, has been our priority over any other. And due to the nature of the things that people online have portrayed me as being, taking and acting on the advice of our legal team in this has been the most important thing for us to do. That alone is the only reason I have stayed quiet on this and not addressed this until now. The only reason. Nothing to do with being guilty, nothing to do with being ashamed or anything else, any of the other ideas that I've seen and read about me over the last couple of months. Nothing. The only reason we've stayed quiet on this until now is because we've been acting on the advice of our legal team, and that's it. So let me make this very clear. Have I ever done anything that could be classed as sexually grooming somebody? No. Hell no. Of course I haven't. Am I a paedophile? No. Hell no. Am I a sexual predator? No. No. Have I ever done anything that could be classed as being sexually inappropriate to anybody? No. And now enough is enough.
I am going to really quickly address it because lots of you guys keep asking, are you going to address the fact that you left your baby all on his own? Guys, let's stop finding it our job to criticise and slate other parents for absolutely no reason at all. We did not leave Jace on his own. He wasn't left stranded on a beach crying his eyes out. He was fast asleep right in front of us. I know Chris did a shot on the camera and it made him look further away, but Chris was using a wide angle lens, and if you guys have any knowledge about cameras, you'll know that wide angle lenses make things look much further away than they actually are. He was literally a few meters in front of us, fast asleep, whilst we went in to cool off in the water. No crime has been committed here. He wasn't stranded on his own on the beach. In fact, he was probably the same distance he is right now to what he was at the beach. So Chris is actually going to be sat there editing the vlog, but Jace is here, the pool's here. Jace is here, the pool's here. That's probably the same distance, if not actually less, than what he was at the beach the other day. And we never took our eyes off of him once, and then I got out.
There are so many of you guys that love baby reborn dolls that this whole venture between us and Mary Shortall was just such a good fit and such a good thing to do, and has worked so well.
So many of you guys have already received your baby Jaces and you are loving them. We've received clips, we know so many of you have ordered them for Christmas for your children, and it's actually a really positive thing.
So this is where a small few, including journalists right now, are getting it completely twisted. So this is our baby reborn JACE doll. This is the exact doll that people will receive if you buy a baby JACE doll. It's absolutely beautiful, it's incredible, extremely well made, very well hand painted, but it is not a mimic or a copy or a mould of our baby boy Jace.
It's not his face, it's not a mould of his body, it's not a mould of his hands, it's not a mould of his head,
it's not even
nothing.
No.
It's just a baby reborn doll that we have got, and we've teamed up with Mary Shortall to represent the
Jace.
birth of our baby boy Jace. When Jace was 2 weeks old, we went into Mary Shortall. As we just said, they've become really good friends of ours. We went in there to welcome Jace to her and show the baby off, etc, etc. And obviously our girls love the shop, so they had a good look around. And this baby reborn that we've got right here has been hand painted to represent what Jace looked like at the first time we took him to Mary Shortall. So it's a representation of what he looked like at 2 weeks old, but that does not mean that it has been a mould of him or a replica of him or a carbon copy of it,
no
of him,
moulding's
or anything
been done.
like that.
No moulding.
It's just a standard baby reborn that has been hand painted beautifully in the Mary Shortall shop to represent what Jace looked like at 2 weeks old. As in, it has fine blonde hair painted, because Jace had fine and still has fine blonde hair. And the little eyebrows, the eyelashes have all been done to represent what Jace looked like. If you take off the onesie, you will see that this is not a mould of Jace's body. This is not a mould of our baby boy. This is a normal, beautiful baby reborn doll.
So his name is Jace Ingham. He has clothes that come with the doll that were designed by Esme, our daughter, and some IFAM accessories.
And Mary Shortall accessories.
And Mary Shortall accessories. But that is as far as it goes. There is no mimicking of Jace. There is no carbon copy of him. There is no moulding of him. Nothing like that. And that is where so many people right now are twisting this whole thing and turning it into a negative, which it completely is not.
We're not selling our son. We've teamed up with Mary Shortall to sell a baby that represents the birth of our son. It's completely different, and actually not much different to when I was a young girl, 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to go out and my mum buy me the latest Spice Girl doll because I loved the Spice Girls and I wanted a doll that I could take home and play with. This is no different. This is a doll that represents Jace, that our fans, our followers, the people that love us have the opportunity to purchase if they want to and take home. It's no different.